Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Theta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check it out before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of your video. Now, obviously, with the pullback that we had in the markets, everything went down, and Theta is no exception. So we almost got to this swing low of the July low. And as you can see, if you had your orders over here, they were filled very nicely. I'm going to show you some nice support and resistance levels that we might hit during these volatile times. But as you can see, we did hit this pink trend line multiple times, and we just couldn't get through it, as you can see. And this is going to be a major resistance level moving forward, and we're going to need to break it at some point if we're going to start the parabolic rise. And with this December dip, I think the extended cycle theory is pretty much confirmed. Well, we have been in extended bull markets ever since, 2013. Then 2017 was a longer bull market, and this one is going to be much longer than the 2017 bull market. And it does seem like we're going to peak out some time in spring. I don't know when. That's a bit early to say, but it's easy. I think it's fair to say that we're not going to have a parabolic rise in December and, absolutely knock it out with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's not going to do a 3x, right, in a month. And usually bull markets end with a blow off top. So I think we're not going to have it this December. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just some dude on the internet. But you can see that we have a bearish cross on the daily chart, the 20 EMA crossing below the 55 EMA. That is confirming our downtrend. We're a bit overextended from the 20 EMA to the downside, so a potential relief rally is something that we're looking at for the markets over here. We can potentially start coming up and hit this resistance that is sitting at the 0.382 on this large Fibonacci retracement at $6.21. We also want to get above the 0.236 over here at $5 basically. My friend had a long position on Theta, and his stop loss was at 450. And as you can see, he got liquidated. So yeah, these dips happen because of over leveraged people. Pretty much everyone starts with a 20 leverage at least when they're choosing to go for a long position. So just be smart about this. If you don't know what you're doing, I recommend you stick to spot and don't use leverage trading, because 95% of the people lose money over there. As you can see here, there's just nothing you could have done. You're just going to get liquidated because the wick was so fast. Literally nothing you could have done. But right now, what I want to see is I want us to get above the 0.236 over here, because this is a crucial support level over here. As you can see, we've held it very nicely over here, and I want to come back above it and hold it and potentially get to the apex of this triangle and then break out, because this does look like a descending triangle right now. As you can see, we have this white support line over here, and we have the white horizontal over here. So usually a descending triangle is a bearish pattern, but if it's a large one and we are in a bull market, the chances of that breaking to the downside are still there, but they're pretty much slim. And if that happened, that would be the confirmation of the bear market. At that point, Bitcoin would start, losing its support levels. And yeah, I just don't think that we're going to enter a bear market before the end of the year, obviously. Sometime during 2022, most definitely. But like I said, I think we're going to come up into this apex and then have a strong breakout. We even can break out before that, but I do anticipate some consolidation after such a strong pullback. Now, if you jump into the daily RSI, you can see that we were in this symmetrical triangle as well. And right now, we're coming back down for a crucial level of support on the daily RSI, which is this level over here. We've bounced off of this level in May, and this is exactly what we're doing right now. So we want to hold this level of support, and as you can see, we've been lower before, but once you get to the oversold below the index of 30 on the RSI, basically out of this purple box, that is the best opportunity to start buying your tokens, right? So we've lost the support level, which is, which is not very good. But now we're going to start testing it as resistance, obviously, because support lost equals resistance created, right? And vice versa. So that's it for the daily chart. And as you can see, we were in this inverse head and shoulders pattern, but right now that's obviously invalidated. We're not going to be looking at that anymore, and we're not going to be looking at that target to $15. The most important thing I want to say right now is that you don't want to be losing this swing low over here, this July swing low at $4, right? If you start losing that and opening candles below that, you're in a continuous downtrend, you're forming lower lows, and that is bearish long term. That is not something that you want to look for. Obviously, that's great buying opportunities, but keep in mind altcoins are gonna correct 90% during a bear market. And if you're looking for long term, obviously it doesn't matter what the prices are now or in a couple of weeks. If you're looking for 5 years of of hodling, then this really doesn't matter to you right now. The most important thing that matters to you is buying off of support levels and buying up these huge dips and just staking your crypto. Now, jumping into the 4-hourly chart, you can see that we're printing some sort of a double bottom over here on the 4-hourly chart. So potentially, this is our low, this is our neckline. If you start breaking the neckline, you're looking at something of around about, let me give you that target, $5.72. From here, that is a 21% trade. We'll see if we can get there. Perhaps we're going to get rejected from this resistance level and come back down and land on this support level over here. So this is a very solid support level at this point. And if we just start zooming out, I did lay this fib in the last video that I did, it was, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And this fib was to the downside. And as you can see, we were consolidating in between the 0.382 and the 0.5. And then we crashed all the way down to the 1.414 actually. Over here, as you can see, we almost touched that level. And if we don't start opening candles above the 4-hourly chart and really holding it nice as a nice support level, then I think we may potentially come back down and hit the 1.272 one more time, roughly at $4. And I do anticipate a potential next pullback in December because a lot of people are going to start taking money from their crypto and cashing out to pay off their taxes. And I think that can cause a temporary dip as well, or like a flash crash. And that's why usually bull markets end during December, right? Because people are trying to cash out. So obviously this large symmetrical triangle over here is going, we're losing support basically on it. And if you want a target from there, just take a trend line from where it was created to the very bottom of it. And then you take a trend line. Obviously that trend line would take us to the negative zone. So that's why you can't really properly, have a target for that. But if we are breaking down, you want to look for support levels, and the support levels are easy to find. So you have a support level over here. Look at this. This is where you landed, right? And this is a previous swing low at $3.61 over here. You can see that you landed over there, and that's it. You're not going to lose that potentially anytime soon. Then you have your next support level over here, and this is where we're sitting right now. Actually, this is what we're holding right now, is this swing low. Once you get above that, you're looking good for continuation. But yeah, like I said, this is great time for dollar cost averaging. If we jump into the weekly chart real quick, like I said, the EMAs are going to come back closer together. Actually, they are pretty close at this point, but we want to get above the 55 EMA, which is around about $5.77, and we want to consolidate in between the EMAs, just like we did over here, and then get above the 20. So yeah, we don't want the bearish cross on the weekly chart. That would be bearish. That is your precursor to the bear market. But yeah, I do think all cryptos are going to appreciate very much during the first quarter of 2022. But that's pretty much it for the charts, guys. If I missed out anything, do let me know down below in the comments section. Follow me on Twitter. We do have a Telegram chat and a Discord server where you can request technical analysis. And we do have a Patreon. Make sure to check out my Patreon. It's a great way to support me and a great way to get a lot of extra content for those who support me, guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. Guys, make sure to check out ExpressVPN as well. They do have a very nice deal for you right now where you can get 3 extra months for free. So you can claim this exclusive deal by going into the description and clicking on the link below. So this is, in my opinion, the best VPN that we have over here. And VPN is a tool that you can use to cover your IP address, and you can change your IP address and location basically with this VPN. And what this means is, for example, if you're in the United States, you can download the VPN and change your IP address to a Japanese IP address, for example. And this way, your local network providers won't be able to scan through your data and see what you're doing, which is very good and very important, because I do think we need privacy. And at this point, with all the apps that we have, privacy isn't really a thing right now, but this VPN is a very nice way to kind of combat that. And obviously censorship with all the streaming services that we have. If you want to access some content that's not available in the US, a VPN is your best friend. Also, 30 days risk-free, so you can get your money back if you're not satisfied with the product. And especially for us in the crypto space, I think it's very important to keep our data safe. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to check them out. All the links are in the description. Obviously, if you use the links, it will help me out a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Goodbye and good night.